the new 99.1 FM CKXS, serving Wallaceburg, Dresden, and surrounding area. 3:39 through our Friday afternoon. The latest from Toby Keith, Crying for Me. Jay Smith hanging out with you. We're not crying. Lots of laughs here in CKXS studios. We kicked off a brand new feature this week. You guys have heard Chris and I talk it up, and talk it up some more. It's our local spotlight. We take some local artists. We really shine our spotlight here on them. We know, and you know, we're doing what we can to give back to the local community here throughout our area, and we want to help with the music scene as well. With that in mind, to kick off the local spotlight this week, we've been featuring the Whiskey River Band, Sarnia, Ontario's own. You guys have heard the tunes, Dave's Backyard, and also If I Gave My Heart to You right here on CKXS. Those are permanent parts of our library now. You're welcome, boys.
Nice, thank you. Yeah, very nice.
And with that in mind, in studio this morning, Shane, Don't Call Me the Kid Gallagher, Sean Robbins, and Jack Dowell. Glad to have you here, guys. How you doing?
Awesome.
Doing great.
Really good.
We've been learning ourselves, Chris and I, about your story. We've heard about the Whiskey River Band for years here locally in the area. Sure, you guys aren't rookies.
No, we've laid a little bit of track in Wallaceburg over the last 10 years, I guess.
You said you used to play down the block here at Jesse's, too,
Yeah,
right?
we were the house band. 10 years ago, we were the house band at Jesse's. It was cool. Yeah.
And still going strong. You guys getting better and better all the time, stronger and stronger. Like I say, we've all heard the story, so it was great that when you guys contacted us to be a part of this, try to get involved here locally, too. And, yeah, just from our neck of the woods, Sarnia, Ontario. Really proud of what you guys have done, and hopefully it continues to go on from here.
Us, too.
Yeah, no kidding.
For sure.
Good.
I want to go back in time here, guys. As I say, we are very aware of who the Whiskey River Band is, but I'm sure there's listeners out there who, like us when we started, had heard the name, had heard some of the music, but want to be really reintroduced to you guys. So tell the story. Let's go through the history book.
Well, maybe I'll do the first part, I guess. We started about 1995. Actually, we've just come back from a 7-year break. We kind of got we had to stop for
a while.
Facebook. We did really well in the 90s. I know up in Chatham we played with Terry Clark. We played, those were the days. We were Prairie Oyster. We were Trooper. We were with everybody.
Very cool.
We had a real good run. Lots of airplay. Songs were doing well in the Detroit, Sarnia area, and. We just got tired, it was 10 years and it was time to go take a break. So we put a little Facebook kind of fishing around to see if anybody wanted to have the band come back. And sure enough, we had 600 people say, you better do something. So it was kind of cool. Jack, tell them the rest.
Well, this is kind of cool in a way because Sean was in Whiskey River like 10 years ago.
Okay.
I was in Texas Gate at the same time in I was in a different band, but we were both playing. We knew each other really well back then. And the same kind of thing, we were doing, the road trip kind of thing, and things were going really well. And then our guitar player got killed in an accident. It was really unfortunate, and we could never really get it just kind of fell apart after that. And that was right at the same time that Whiskey River had basically fizzled out as well. So we both had a break there for a while, and then we're getting back together exactly the same time. We just knew each other. Everything is just clicking like, just going 100 miles an hour.
Then we added the kid.
Yeah.
And once we added the kid,
who is not single.
No, not single. Heavily engaged.
Heavily engaged.
You can blame me on that one, sorry.
Well, I was in rock bands in the late 90s, I guess. I'm a little bit younger than these guys.
Yeah.
And so they were looking for a guitar player, Sean, who's my cousin, and he asked me to come in and start playing, so I had to learn the country.
When we played the first Bay Fest in 99. So
very cool.
He was carrying boxes with Whiskey River on bigger than
That's what Chris and I do on a daily basis.
Oh, yeah?
Here. The bosses don't know, though. They don't know at all what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, I used to help them set up your speakers and everything. I can remember one time having to do the sound. I was about 12 and their sound guy was probably drunk somewhere. And
funny how that happens.
Yeah. Here, you run the board.
Yeah, you run the board.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun, and we did. We did a lot of Bay Fest. We played with some great people, and then we actually put out a Facebook feeler. And got such a huge response that we got in touch with a writer that we used to work with in the 90s, and they're from Toronto, Nashville, Frozen North Music, awesome guys. And we basically purchased and worked with them and got our whole album worth of songs. So we've released the first 2 singles. In February, we're going back in the studio and putting out 2 more singles. So
very cool.
We've got a whole Nashville session thing going on, and it's really cool.
You guys got 2 songs that have been, heating up our local charts here lately as well, and all over the place. You said these songs even going to Europe.
Yeah, these 2 we're putting on a compilation disc that are going with those writers and the Frozen North team going over to Europe. Canadian and American country music does huge over there. In fact, another fellow that's in the family of Frozen North Music, another country entertainer out of Montreal. He had a song go number 3 in Austria, so we're looking for like number 8 in Bolivia or something. We don't care, like
whatever works.
It's big over in Europe, and we hope to have some success with it. But it's doing real good.
If you're just tuning in, it's Jay Smith. We're here in discussion with the Whiskey River Band. Shane Gallagher, Sean Robbins, and Jack Dowell here in XS Studios with us. They've been our feature on the local spotlight here today. Big New Year's show coming up. We'll spin one first, though, guys. How
Let's
about
do
that?
Yeah.
All right. Which one do you want? What one do you want?
We don't have a member here. 2 members today. We don't have Dave and Denise Chalk. It's our husband and wife team and my partner. And we don't have Randy. He's our drummer, and he lives up in Stokes Bay. That's near Tobermory.
Okay.
And so why don't we play Dave's Backyard because they're out there working today.
Dave's Backyard sounds like a pretty cool place to be, too. We say that almost every time we come.
It's a fictional place.
A fictional?
Oh, yeah.
I wanted the ticket. The Whiskey River Band, our first local spotlight here. Big New Year's show coming up. We'll talk about those details and more. Dave's Backyard, CKXS.